Hey Aries, what up? You cardinal fire sign, you how you doing? It is Christmas week right now, so I'm actually substitute Archer filling in for Archer. So everybody just stay in your seats. We're gonna pull in the TV strapped to the cart, and it's video day. We're gonna watch a movie, all right? This is Stand By Me, so we got to sit and watch through that. So sit down while you watch Stand By Me. Ha! What's up, Aries? How you doing? All right, let's see. Do you remember that? Wasn't that fun times? I just dug up a childhood memory for somebody, and I love it. Yeah. All right, let's go. Substitute teachers were awesome. It's cool. All right, hi. What's up? All right, Aries. Here's the new intro. I'm Archer, you're Aries. This is your tarot reading. Hi, what up? All right, whatever comes out, we're doing spaghetti readings for the week ahead, month of December 2025's energies. This is going to be your last reading of 2025 forever. Unless you have a time machine, it's cool. But anyways, your last reading for the week ahead, even though I'm pulling on the current energies for the end of 2025, thank goodness, right? Whatever comes out, we're covered, all right? It's a timeless message, so whenever it found its way into your algorithm and you clicked on it, decide to come and hang out with us for a little bit or a lot bit, divine perfect timing as always, Aries. That's why you're the cardinal fire sign. Leo and Sagittarius can't do what you do. All right? So sit down, take a load off, hang out, and let's see what comes out. All right, God. Tap me in, tune me into Aries energy, please and thank you. Give me everything you got. What do we got for Aries? Thoughts, feelings, and everything you got. Sandy, what up, good sir? Oh my goodness, you are generous beyond belief. Merry Christmas. What up, good sir? Thank you. Aries, this reading is sponsored by Sandy Martin. Let's go. Whoa. Sandy Martin taught George Martin's son Giles everything he knows. It's facts. It's an Archer fact. The Hermit card popped out. Virgo energy on this one. I think you've actually been doing pretty good on your healing or even focusing on your health. Time apart has given you time to focus on you and even find a way to keep yourself together. Like during the holidays when all the families gathered around and you need a bigger bottle of Tylenol and no, anyways. So maybe you're keeping a little bit to yourself as you work your way to keep yourself together. You know what I mean? The Knight of Wands shows you're actually doing better than you're giving yourself credit for. All right. So let's dig in. Let's do it to it, Aries. Here we go. All right, give me 2 shuffles for Aries. Let's do this. Ready? 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the amazingly awesome Aries. Let's go, you ramrods. You. Here we go. Woo! Overall energy is the 3 of Cups. That means I have to apply the 3 of Cups energy, celebration, the wedding at Cana in the biblical tarot, which means just by being here looking for a love reading, there is love in your blueprint. I get to apply a card of celebration or an energy of celebration to every card that comes out. All right? I dig it. 3 of Cups. Could be dealing with a Cancer, but Scorpio's here with that Tower card. And the Ten of Swords brings Gemini in. All right? Greetings from the United States. Thanks for being here, Thora. Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini comes into this. The Ten of Swords, I think, is one of the biggest things that you work to overcome in the week ahead that brings you to a point of emotional maturity, much more stable and balanced, and feeling better about the direction that your life is heading. I like that for you. All right, let's do it to it. Give me everything you got. Current conditions at Aries. We have the Death card. Ooh, you got a lot of Scorpio energy right now. What's up with that? 8 of Cups, Pisces, Page of Pentacles, Capricorn. Now, the pages can be a wild card in the tarot. The kings are going to be your mutable energy. The queens are cardinals. Knights are fixed. The pages haven't decided what they want to be when they grow up yet. But I pulled Capricorn energy as soon as I saw the Page of Pentacles. Priscilla teaching the teachers. And I used the substitute teacher analogy in the beginning. That's cool. Some of you guys might work in the education field. The Hangman. You got a lot of water in here. Scorpio and Pisces specifically. Gemini and Virgo are here with that Magician. So your person is actually working to part the Red Sea or red flags they presented with originally. And with the Knight of Pentacles, something you waited a long time for is getting ready to show up. Because the Knight of Pentacles, that's the U.S. Postal Service in my decks. And neither rain, sleet, snow, or natural disaster stops the Knight of Pentacles from getting the Ace of Pentacles to its destination, which is at your front door. Some of you guys actually, on a side note, are going to get a Christmas card in the mail that's going to blow your mind in a good way. All right? Hi, Sunny Mama. What up, girl? Shelby Belby. And the 2 of Pentacles. This isn't bad. I think you're going to wind up faced with a good kind of a test at the end and a good kind of a decision to make. All right? Capricorn and Scorpio energy are pretty strong here, but then you have Pisces hanging out with Gemini and Virgo, and Cancer, Capricorn, and Gemini so far. Okay? You might actually have some strong Gemini or Capricorn in your chart even, or dealing with one. But those seem to be a pretty prominent energy right now. So let's see where we go. I'm going to use stained glass tarot for you. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Ooh, nice. You know what? Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, double confirmation with these aces is that I got a little bit. Let me do a little side note real quick for my single Aries. Because some of you guys are like, well, I'm here for love, but not that love, right? You want some new love. We want a new love, one that won't make you sick. All right, for my single Aries, give me a couple cards real quick on this Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. Because it does show, the Ace of Swords, that's the hate text in my tarot. That means there is something coming in from somebody new. You're not going to be single much longer. I think somebody even in the work energy is like, you might have a coworker that invites you to a holiday party. It takes off into a relationship, right? Knight of Wands. Ooh. The Queen of Pentacles, the Fool card. Somebody's going to shoot their shot with you with the Hierophant. Could be a Taurus. Could even be another Aries or a Leo. Libra and Cancer are coming in too. But I dig this. So my single Aries, you've got, oh, no way. You have someone that you once distanced yourself from many moons ago, so to speak, that has been regretting walking away from you ever since. All right. Could be another fire sign, a Leo, a Capricorn, could be a Taurus. You got earth and fire showing up in this energy. But this is somebody from a while ago that has been regretting walking away from you ever since. It's like a blast from the past returns to shoot their shot. Somebody might actually be into professional sports or something about basketball or basketball players might resonate. But this is kind of neat. So you've got a blast from the past returning. All right. Now, the whole thing about it is that the time on this is right for this cycle to have another chance with you. All right. They have matured. For around 67%, y'all, I do actually see you giving them a chance. So maintain speed and heading, Aries. You're actually doing better than you're giving yourself credit for. Just being yourself. Oh, wow. Okay. For the other ones, they're like, nope, even this ain't going to work for me, Archer. I've thought about all my past people. It does not apply to me. No problema, because you're going to actually bump into somebody doing your daily errands. You're not even thinking about it. In fact, what I'm pulling on this is weird because for some reason you're in a just doing your errands. Could be going to the pharmacy, coffee shop, Target, whatever, right? And you're thinking about this person I was pulling on. It might just be like, screw you, Archer. Why'd you bring that person up? but then you bump into somebody totally new, and literally like you bump carts into them or something inside, and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then all of a sudden it grows into a conversation. You want to talk about serendipity with that Hierophant? God knows what's coming your way, single Aries is. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. All right, let's see where we go with this. I'm going to bring this back into the deck, and we're going to tap into all your energy. Let's rock and roll. Somebody might even be in the music industry. It's cool. All right, let's see what we got. Besides Sandy Martin teaching Giles Martin everything he knows, I mean, there could be a big deal here. Maybe there's an Aries wanting to start a band. That'd be cool. Or a fond memory for my male Aries or female Aries. Maybe back in high school, you were in a band or college. Everything I say is some kind of a sign. The Six of Swords to the Emperor, nice. The Four of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Tower card. That Tower card is really prominent in your energy, with the Strength card as well and the Hermit. Leo Virgo energy on this one. Could be dealing with the Leo Virgo cuspy for some of you guys, but you also got a lot of your energy. I love when your major arcana comes out, like for any sign, because that means you are in the energies of taking your power back. You might not feel it happening yet because it's just a clarifier, but you're at the point where, like, you know what it is? I think it's at a point that you're trying to keep yourself together, Emperor energy. That's you. You know what I mean? Like, while everyone else around you seems like their life is like a Hallmark movie, meanwhile, you're dealing with what feels like a Lifetime movie, right? You're watching everybody else be all happy and people posting on social media, oh, I love this time of year. Oh, look what my partner got me. And you're sitting there and you're like, I can't. I'm just going to go watch Christmas Vacation or something, right? It's almost like the cheer, Five of Cups, is getting to be a lot on the Tower card. And you're getting kind of tired of people bragging about you or around you when you're trying to maintain your poise and your composure to recover from what your twin flame put you through. But you've got rewards coming in for that. All right. Out of these Tower cards, you'll find out that this Tower moment that you keep having on your mind recently, that kind of keeps replaying itself, like, why did it happen? Right. The energy of this one is like, some of you guys are actually hosting for the holidays, aren't you? And wondering like why you agreed to do it, right? Five of Cups. Why did I let all these people into my home? Next year we're going to Waffle House. But anyways, it just a lot of that like internal frustrations could be coming in because it's like It's actually part of your lesson, though, to bring you out of a time of like an isolated hibernation period, okay, and into an energy of getting your power back. A little bit of like respect and confidence that come in your energy. It's kind of like coming into a place of like your own power, like how you always wanted it to be. And maybe somebody lives near, lives near an airport or works in the airline industry or something, because I'm seeing Howard Hughes in The Aviator. So I don't know how that resonates, except I keep tapping it to the planes. All right, or it's like movie night or something. But it's like you're wanting to have a safe place that doesn't constantly take you out of your comfort zone with the Tower card, right? Tower card into this Four of Wands shows that the reason this happened, that took you out of your comfort zone or made you feel like not as confident as the cardinal fire sign should feel, right? You're like, you felt out of place. You're like, this isn't normally how I am, and I don't kind of dig it, right? And so with like everybody that has done what they've done to you and constantly taken you out of a comfort zone, maybe you don't trust very easily because of what the world has put you through, right? It's kind of like you're calling in karmic debt from friends, coworkers, things like that, in order to like balance the scales and clear the slate going into 2026, right? Some of you could be dealing with a Leo, Virgo. Aquarius is here too, along with Scorpio and Libra vibes. On that Justice card, right? It's kind of like I think you've put up with so much from not only like not just your person, but from everyone over the years, that it's led you to the point of like making them into someone that like not only wants to have a long-term investment in a relationship, but you want someone that also becomes like a good long-term investment. All right. You don't want to get involved in something forever that you feel stuck in a drama trauma cycle, right? You want like something that's equal reciprocal and gives as much as you do. The Four of Wands, the rewards for dealing with your twin flame journey. Some of you guys want your twin flame to return. You've been working to manifest it. But the big thing about this is that they are working to do the changes to get to that point. You know what I mean? It was a little bit of a tall order, but even for those of you that have chose to disconnect from the twin flame journey and go in the soulmate direction, the rewards are calling in a soulmate that's going to kind of be like everything you've wished for, including those of you that are checking in on this person down here. All right. There is a lot of shifts, jumps, and transformations that I was talking about at the beginning of the all signs that we did yesterday morning. All right, you can check it out if you want. There's a link in the description, or you can scan the QR code. But we were talking about how, with this being a year of number nines and the closures, the completions of cycles, that this is the narcissistic collapse that's happening. We're witnessing it around the world. That's where all this tension and frustration is coming. Male and female narcissists everywhere are experiencing ego deaths and collapsing to become a much more mature, balanced society as the Earth's vibration elevates. You can think that A13349 Batman symbol rock that flew past on December 19th. All right, it's triggered the Earth's heart chakra to elevate. What's up, Lightworker Tarot? Thanks for coming in. All right, let's get into some of the vibes down here because, whoa, Eight of Pentacles. Some of you guys want to talk about money. All right, I got you. Let's see what these cards tell us. Something stopped me on those cards. Eight of Pentacles on the Two of Cups. Cancer, Virgo energy. Maybe like you're feeling the time's right for something. But look, Ten of Wands on the Six of Pentacles. I think the job market's a little rough right now. Knight of Wands is reversed. That's not a green flag, right? So it's like, I'm actually at the moment also thinking about like, I feel it's kind of like staying the course at this time, Aries. Like some of you guys are having a hard time finding hired help for the holidays. Oh, I could be talking to a business owner, either digital or a small business, brick and mortar, something out of your home or something you're looking to build up. Because I'm seeing in Aries that you're actually having a hard time finding help. Maybe it's something like, with the way the job market is, you can't figure out why good help is like so hard to find, right? It's with the way things are nowadays, though, with that Knight of Cups coming out in a reverse mode, okay, it's leads into the Six of Pentacles and the Sun card, where it like changes or it works out. I feel that you stumble onto kind of like the perfect employee, or even for some of you guys, a hybrid, a perfect employee slash partner, and you guys build into a power couple vibe. Could be somebody in like the same industry that you're in, something through like a business meetup. Some of you guys, it's that holiday party I mentioned earlier. Mm-hmm. And it's like something that like you get invited to and you're like, I don't want to go to this. I'm not feeling it, not interested. Nah. And at the last minute, you get that weird intuitive hit that you're like, ah, fine, forget it. I'll go. And you wind up meeting someone there. So just being yourself and going through this, it's kind of like that. It's either you're already into a business or your own business, or you're wanting to start one because there is nothing in the market, right? And it's like you can't find a job or a place. You're like, I'm going to become my own business and grow this. So I need some people in there with me, like a Steve Wozniak, Steve Jobs type of a thing, right? Starting their business, starting Apple out of a garage. But I think that through this, like, in order for some of you to grow your business and an online presence in your fields, I think some of you guys may be wanting to even get into like real estate or real estate investing, because I keep seeing like empty, abandoned strip malls. Maybe some of you guys just keep having that mall world dream where you're inside the empty mall. All right, may even resonate. But I see you taking this thing like, no. Maybe some of you guys are getting into like either commercial or residential real estate or investments into it or something, right? Like buying property to rent out or doing like multifamily, or like live in it, fix it up, move on to the next place type of a thing. I do see you growing in whatever this end is. It's like, the thing about this is it's like you're entering your forever job and the path that you're on. And it's like you're not currently in your forever job or your forever home. And somehow this all elevates and you set these tones in 2026 and it takes off like a rocket. All right. It comes to a path that takes you in a direction you didn't expect, but you've always hoped for. Let me get a little bit more on this Tower card, because I do have the King of Pentacles down here. So there's a little bit of a note that may come in for like my more seasoned Aries, all right? The more mature Rams or something like that, right? Yeah, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Six of Cups, and Temperance. Now, when I get cup energy in a part of a career reading, this is telling me that like this is for more established. Like, I think it's in an energy that like some of you guys might be at a point, like a change in your retirement benefits package. Like, I see an Aries that's getting ready or considering reviewing their retirement plans, benefits, and thinking they're going to get like screwed over when they retire, or they delay the retirement because of that. What I'm seeing on it is a review with like your HR department or whomever it is that handles that. You're going to find out you're in a better place than you thought you were, and you get to retire sooner. And then to put it into a generational loop, my younger Aries, you might actually, especially if you are going self-employed route, you may be in a position to retire early and let your money work for you in the future, okay? It's almost like seeing a little vision of your future self, and it's telling me to tell you, keep going. The choices you've made, the stuff you've walked away from, you're going to find out that it was all worth it in the long run, all right? The thing about it is that you'll have, I do think you may have to provide more paperwork or things about dependents and lists like and stuff of that. But trust me, it'll totally be way, way well worth it when you're eating Jello in the nursing home. Okay, it does actually come out in a much. You're like, whoa, I'm in a better place than I thought. Love it. All right, hey Aries man, what up? How's it going? All right, with Temperance, let's get into the other side. All right, let's see what's up with your person. Let's dig in. And thank you all for being here too. If you do want to book a personal reading with me or check out the most recent all signs and everything else the channel has to offer, all you got to do is scan the QR code or use the link down in the description box and TikTok. It's also pinned in my bio. All right. Let's see what we've got going on this. And definitely subscribe, be a part of the fam. I do go live every Sunday at 9 a.m. with an all signs, and we do a lot of extra cool stuff here too. So just page swords all over the channel and help yourself to the network. And remember, Frankie and me from Frankie's Tarot, we're going to be going live for a New Year's Eve big bash. All right, it's an all signs, and you can usher in the New Year's, see what's up for 2026 for you in person with me and Frankie. So make sure you're subscribed to me, Frankie, Sunshine Tarot. Just check out everybody in the Archer Network. We got you covered. All right, and thanks for being here too. Love the like and hype the reading for you. All right, give me more about why this person is so distracted by everything. The Knight of Pentacles on the Knight of Pentacles with the Moon card. Two of Cups. It's like you did choose a soulmate, but then the soulmate wound up being almost as bad as the twin flame before it, right? Seven of Swords. That leads into the Page of Wands. The age difference was a thing on this, right? Because it's like, I don't know, the sense of entitlement is really like strong with this person, along with how they were like talking down to you, making you feel like you weren't good enough to stop. Could have been a Pisces or somebody with strong Pisces in their chart, maybe Capricorn. You do have strong Capricorn, Pisces, and Leo and Aquarius so far. Gemini's here, but Gemini's being kind of stealth. They're quiet, hidden behind this Magician card. So it's almost like your person kind of knows that you figured them out. You know what I mean? Because the way that they constantly, Seven of Swords, made you feel like you weren't good enough, that really had to stop. They needed to learn how to love you for you and stop trying to change you. And they've been working on that. Whoa. Some of you guys, you or them could be born on the 2nd, or you're seeing repeating 2s. The 22nd is here, the 27th and the 12th. Woo! Repeating 12s too. Bonus points if you've been seeing 12, 12, 2, 2, 2, 10, 10. Yeah, some of it might even be a life path number 2. I see the 21st, the 6th, the 16th, or 26th comes out. You do have repeating 6s. Wow, you're seeing a lot of repeating numbers. The 4th, the 24th, the 18th, possibly the 28th, the 7th, or the 21st. Maybe even the 3rd for some of you. Wow, but look at this. I'm right. They are doing the work on it. Death card. They experienced a timeline jump. That most recent Schumann resonance blackout, I think it was when somebody decided, like St. Peter walked up to God and was like, hey, Aries' person is still kind of resisting changing. And God's like, well, did you unplug him and plug him back in? Right? So, like, they may have been experiencing more anxiety than usual or feeling out of their comfort zone because they've actually been working on it. They were realizing that they had exactly what they wanted all along just by you being yourself. Ace of Pentacles. I like that. Interesting. Death card is a transformation in the Three of Wands that they know they've taken a long time to get through this. But it feels like it's also what's allowing them to do it correct. Like God won't let them come back incorrect for this Three of Cups, a marriage and a union with you, until God knows they're not going to act up again. You know what I mean? The Knight of Wands, see? And the Three of Swords. They're going through a gauntlet of tests right now. You think your life's going rough, and I'm not saying that it's not, but with the Nine of Wands, guess what, though? They're going to make it through this gauntlet of a test. Interesting. Okay, so the thing about this is, you know, some of you guys did meet through work, while others of you met online or digitally. Some of you guys met some of you guys actually met old school, where you just like went out for an evening, I don't know, the bar, the casino, the club, the whatever. And it was actually like an old school way of meeting up. And it's like, whoa, all right. That might not even be for like, you only 9 or 10% of y'all. Or you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Sagittarius. Some mutable energy shows up. Now, the thing about it is that realizing that they should have been trying to change this whole time has got them in a bit of a Nine of Wands test point. Because the thing is, the way they were projecting out, like the things they were projecting out onto you was the things that they needed to work on, right? That's what I'm feeling on this. It's almost like, it's like classic mirroring going on. Three of Swords, Nine of Wands. That whole kind of leading you on and leading you into a situationship because they weren't comfortable with it. They're developing more situational awareness and they're realizing they should have tried to change. Oh, some of you guys might actually find out from them direct that they've been into counseling or seeing therapy or something like that. All right. But they actually did listen to whatever it was you said to them. For others, you'll find out through a third party. Hey, Lisa. What up, girl? Hey, Jen. You'll find out through a third party, like a mutual friend's, mutual acquaintance, family member, something like, hey, Aries, did you hear Crosswatcher wound up? You know, they're getting help for whatever they were going through type of a thing. All right. Someone here's either recently changed their hair up or they need to make a hair appointment or something about getting your hair done. I don't know. Or recently like changing your color, or just maybe even for my male Aries, getting them trimmed or something. I don't know. Four of Swords into the Four of Pentacles. The repeating fours are starting to show up now. So there is a few things that are starting to change on this side here with the Hierophant. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. Yeah, Taurus and Libra. Look, the Empress is here too. And the Empress just took a leap off the table and it literally leapt off the deck and it went right towards the Emperor card. I kid you not. They're coming for you faster than you realize. Where'd you go? Hold on, Aries. Here, Aries. Here, you cute little rams. Where are you at? I know we saw the Emperor. Anyways, okay, I'm not going to waste the time looking for it. You're the Emperor. It was up here in your Claire. Yeah, there, found you. Ha! Hide and seek. Go, tag. You're it. Right? Anyways, Hierophant, Justice, Emperor, Empress. This card literally motivated itself, energized, and jumped out of the deck to head towards the Empress. So the thing about this is, they're hitting a point with all these major arcana, because remember, major arcana, that signifies major shifts. So they're hitting that point where they had to start finding their own happiness within themselves in order to be ready to give to you unconditionally, so that their outbursts didn't bleed over onto you, right? Because you grit and, for an Aries, you grit and bared it a lot, didn't you, when they were going off on you? And you're like, if you knew what I was really capable of, right? And it's almost like they didn't, you know? So the thing on this is that they hit this point where they do find it's a mirroring lesson. They had to let their guard down. Well, you actually started letting your guard up, right? It's about your own respect and setting your boundaries too. You know what I mean? Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. Spinny hugs. Love you, girl. This is someone that has learned to carry their own burdens. Okay? And that's the thing on this one, is that, you know what? Some of you guys tried to change like what you were into or how you dressed or what you did, ate and everything. Like you really went all in on this just for them to passive aggressively belittle you. Oh my gosh, I give you credit for not going all snowplow on them, right? You know, the thing about it is that they're coming into this energy that like it wouldn't even work. It wouldn't help them. No matter how much they tried to change you into what they thought that they wanted you to be or whatever, it would get like, and you tried to change in order to get this person to open up, and they were just completely oblivious to it, right? The fixed energy is really strong here. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. But then Libra, Cancer is here, Capricorn, you've got the cardinal shines. The mutable ones are the ones that are least mutable. They're quiet. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, you know? It doesn't have to be their sun sign, though. It's just a part of their chart activating. And it's at that point where they had to make these changes. Like, I think they were taking advantage of your advancements and manipulating it emotionally to suit their needs. Like they knew you were interested and they took advantage of it, right? Or for those of you that were married, they're like, well, we're married, the Aries will never leave me, I can get away with anything, right? And they found out they couldn't. It was like you were the catalyst in them finally learning this lesson and getting it right. All right. Emperor to the Empress. It's a divine union on that Three of Cups. That's a very high level soul contract being fulfilled. And they're actually getting to a point that they're not chasing. They're actually choosing. They're choosing to do the work and get it right. And for some of y'all, they're actually waiting for you. They've cut out other people, other places, other things that and you're like, there's not a chance. They're way too much of a player. They didn't care about me in the first place. I'm telling you, you affected this person way more than you know. Seven of Cups. You were their white rabbit. I'm telling you what. And guess what it did? Even in the silence, the King of Cups. The King of Cups that turns the cup of love inward. They're working on their self-love. With the Three of Cups, you guys are finally synced up and matching up. You both want Three of Cups. You both want the wedding of Cana. And all you got to do is buy water because one of your guests are going to be BYOB. Okay, for everybody. I dig it. They've cut out the other people, the other places and things that got in the way in order to find a more optimistic mindset. All right, because remember, the Three of Swords doesn't have to be a person. All right, if you know they were cheating on you, then confirmation. This card is not a confirmation. It's just a noun. Person, place, or thing. It could be cheating with a person. It could be cheating on you with booze or addicted to spending money, addicted to anger, something like that had to be cut out. And they've actually done it to get into this more optimistic mindset. King of Cups on the Sun card. Okay, Leo, Pisces energy on this, also Libra and Cancer. Then Virgo and Sagittarius are coming in kind of strong. So as soon as they pass this final end of cycle test, they'll be reaching out, okay? Now that's going to leave the decision totally up to you if you wish to restore or remove this connection from your database, right? Does somebody work in IT? But at that point then, it'll either be that you get to continue restoring the connection, or you can have your final closure on it and receive your rewards for it. So that's your ultimate Two of Pentacles test. Will you be able to forgive him for whatever this Three of Swords was for you? All right? And I actually do want you to know you'll be shocked and proud of them for what's happened in the meantime. I like this. All right? Wow. You have every sign showing up for you. I'm not even going to ramble off the signs. It's your person. You know who it is. All right? Dude, a lot of repeating 10s, a lot of repeating 12s. Are you or your person are born 10th, 12th, 20th? The 11th, the 1st, the 6th, 16th, 26th, 28th, and 18th. You know what? This is like their whole chart's activated. You guys do have union in your contract. This is wild. You better hang tight because this is gonna be a big wedding. It's a good thing I spend money. I love you, Sandy. You're the bestest, dude. When I come your way, we going out. We're gonna hang out. It's gonna be good times. I'll bring Bill too. Oh my gosh, Aries, claim this thing in the comments. You're just gonna get walked right down the aisle, and I love it for you. All right. And please hype in like the reading. Let's get this out there and help all the Aries find their love and happiness and some peace this holiday season. And remember that this will resonate to any placement of Aries in your chart too, because you're not just your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign, but all the parts of your charts are what makes you the cardinal fire sign. Like I said, Leo and Sagittarius can't do what you do. That's why you're the boss. All right. So until next time, hang out, be a part of the family, and I'll see you then, Aries. All right. But until then, peace, love, and spinny heads. See you later. And this is your last 2025 reading, Aries. So I'll see you next year. That joke is an antique. Be careful with it. And thank you, Sandy. Love you, brother.